Fukushima accident, also called Fukushima nuclear accident, occurred in 2011 at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant in northern Japan. It is the second worst nuclear accident in the history of nuclear power generation after the Chernobyl disaster. The site is on Japan's Pacific coast in northeastern Fukushima Prefecture, about 60 miles south of Sendai. The facility was considered to be the 10th most powerful power plant in the whole world at the time of its operation. The power plant was operated by the Tokyo Electric and Power Company, also known as TEPCO, and was made up of 6 boiling water reactors constructed between 1971 and 1979. At the time of the accident, only reactors 1 to 3 were operational and reactor 4 served as a temporary storage for spent fuel rods. On March 11, 2011, Japan was hit by a massive earthquake of 9 magnitude, which led to a massive tsunami that caused total damage of around $360 billion. And this tsunami led to a power plant disaster at the Fukushima power plant. The TEPCO officials reported that the tsunami wave generated by the main shock of the Japan earthquake in 2011 damaged the backup generators at the Fukushima Daiichi plant. Although all 3 of the reactors that were operating were successfully shut down, the loss of power caused cooling system to fail in each of them within the first few days of the disaster. Rising residual heat within each reactor's core caused the fuel rods in reactor 1, 2, and 3 to overheat and partially melt down, leading at times to the release of radiation. The Fukushima accident was, however, preventable. Had the nuclear power plant followed international best practices and standards, it is conceivable that they would have predicted the possibility of plant being struck by a massive tsunami. The plant would have withstood the tsunami had its design previously been operated in accordance with state-of-the-art safety operations. However, insufficient attention was paid to the evidence of large tsunamis inundating the region surrounding the plant about once every 1,000 years. Computer modeling of the tsunami threat was inadequate. Most importantly, the preliminary simulation conducted in 2008 that suggested the tsunami risks to the plant had been seriously underestimated, were not followed up, and were only reported to NISA on March 7, 2011. At the time of the accident, critical safety procedures in nuclear power plants in some countries, especially in European states, were, as a matter of fact, of course, much better protected than in Japan. Following a flooding incident at nuclear power plant in France in 1999, European countries significantly enhanced their plant's defense against extreme external events. Japanese operators were aware of this evidence, and TEPCO could have and should have operated the Fukushima Daiichi. The steps that could have prevented a major accident in the event that the power plant was inundated by a massive tsunami, such as the one that struck the plant in March 2011, include protecting the emergency power supplies, including diesel generators and batteries, by moving them to higher ground or by placing them in watertight bunkers. Establishing watertight connection between emergency power supplies and key system. And enhancing the production of seawater pumps, which were used to transfer the heat from the plant to the ocean to cool diesel generator, and or constructing a backup means to dissipate heat. In the final analysis, the Fukushima accident does not reveal a previously unknown fatal flaw associated with nuclear power. Rather, it underscores the importance of periodically reevaluating plant safety in the light of dynamic external threats and of evolving best practices, as well as the need for effective regulator to oversee this process.